Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game 3 is going to start real soon. It's going to be a match between s2y and neos.mrr. Do note that the winner will progress to fight ImpE Earth in the later game for today, and the loser will be done for this entire cycle 3, and they will be in the 4th spot. That said, this is Babael. Joining me today is going to be Lark.
Yeah, nicely said it over there, man. This is the important match for both these teams. Whether or not they're gonna, fight against this Impunity Earth, or are they gonna place fourth in this entire G League table? That's ultimately gonna come down to this final game here, man. And I don't know about that previous game, but s2y they kind of threw slightly. There were a lot of times where they could actually have won that, but they're gonna go ahead and pick Keeper of the Forest yet again. Hopefully, this will work out in their favor. I do believe they should pick up Tempest as such a good hero. I think it would have helped them a lot in that previous game as well. Having that extra lockdown would just mean that Moon Queen would have been able to just reign entirely over the entire Hellborn team. But it's really well played there, coming up from MR to get all the ganks off in all the right places. So it's really well played by them.
Yeah, and that's it though. It does seem like the rules for this particular tournament is very different. So they're gonna roll again on the third game, just to make sure that things are a little bit more fair. The winner of the roll will then decide which sides they're gonna play. MRR has won the roll, and they're gonna be in the Hellborn, whereas Legion is gonna be fulfilled by s2y again. That said, however, the first ban for this game, as in the first few bans for this game, is gonna be the Waltzer, Warbiz, Dampier, and Sandwraith. Wow, Serenity been banned out against s2y again. They know exactly where s2y is going to be playing at. However, this game I do believe s2y is still going to pick it with the keeper. Tempest not banned, but it's the same old story, man. MR are not going to get a Tempest just yet. They're going to go for the Engineer. They're going to go for the core hero. And that is going to be punished straight up. Now s2y knows what is the mistake. They're going to pick up the Tempest straight up. And that's going to mean 8 holistic seconds of lockdown, baby.
Yep, there we go, man. Been talking about this forever. They should have just picked that up a long time ago. They're actually gonna go Tortures or a next pickup. Not so sure about that. There is still a lot of push potential there. They could even run Tortures more of the carry role if they wanted. They can follow this up after with a nice Balfagor pick and well, mostly the Demented pick would be needed. Demented and Balfagor is the friend of last two. There's a lot of ways they can lane that as well. Over here at the Hellborn team, they're gonna go back to the same old draft like they did in the previous game, which worked for them. So they want to go for again for that aggression. But the thing is, that aggression is nothing when you are getting pushed down constantly by the entire Legion team. If Legion team is able to push this aggression at the early start by pushing down towers really quickly, they'll get farm on their main hero over there coming up from the Legion lineup. And then they can ultimately get items onto their, Keeper of the Forest and Tempest, and that's gonna be a whole lot of lockdown coming up from Legion lineup that Hellborn team is just gonna have a really tough time dealing with.
Yep, and we're gonna carry on with this few drafts here. We do have the MOA and Pestin on Hellborn, Torture being on Team Legion. That's gonna be a lot of AoE damage coming from Legion, like you nicely pointed out. Also, however, in the second banning phase, we do see the Bubbles, Pebbles, Hag, Revenor, and Magnus being banned. Revenor being banned by MR. I do believe that they were expecting something extra burst potential coming from s2y. With Stormblaze, that's gonna mean a lot of damage. Also, if the Tempest Root, if the Tempest Void and Keeper's Root goes down, it could mean a lot of congregation of heroes, and if the Stormblaze jump to every single hero, that's going to be a lot of damage. Also, PD's going to bet the Magnus. They know that MR likes to run the lineup a lot more, as well as the fact that the Hack and Bubbles is going to be banned. The Hack was the main reason why they lost the previous game. However, I would feel that the biggest problem in the previous game is that they threw the game away. Like you nicely pointed out at the end of that cast, to say that the Keeper was the biggest problem for.
Yeah, just getting up position way too much. Hopefully this time around that wouldn't be that much of an issue because they have the Tempest to rely on as well. Keeper can always be the initiator in this kind of sense. They won't have the Mentis Shaman to work with, so they could probably pick up something else over here. Like even a Soul Reaper would be pretty decent. You have a Torture support, Soul Reaper carry. That can constantly heal out those waves coming up from the Keeper of the Forest and this Tempest. They can still go Balfagor if they want to. Balfagor minions are just pretty freaking insane with the way that they deal damage to the towers and how tanky they are. There's a lot of things they can go for. The Hellborn team really knows that Legion can go run for more of that aggressive push lineup, and that's why you see they're nicely gonna address that Demented Shaman. So that's a huge ban coming out from Hellborn team. Usually it's very hard to pull off push strategies when you don't have Demented Shaman, but still, it's gonna work out, I believe, if they pick up that Soul Reaper.
Yeah, and yep, D-Sham gonna be banned out here by MR again. That's it. That's gonna heavy handicap on their push potential. Do know Warvis was also being banned in its process. Gauntlet's gonna be the pick here. Not really sure what they're leading at, but Gauntlet is a real unorthodox hero. Really love the Gauntlet Blast as well as the Infernal Instability because of Reforce these days. However, we do have the Hook Grapple, and that's gonna mean a lot of damage also, as well as ganking potential coming from Gauntlet.
Yeah, the reason they choose the Gauntlet is probably for more of that burst potential to follow up with, you know, like a Tempest and Keeper Root and all this kind of jazz. But I think there are a lot of other heroes that can still do the same thing. Don't really agree with the Gauntlet pickup. There's a lot of other things they could have gone for. But still, I think that is one of the heroes that Mr. Suns really likes to run as kind of like the mid lane hero. So it could be quite effective. That's yet to be seen. Legion team right now they just need that very strong hard carry that can transition to a really nice early game gank. They could even go for Dampier if they wanted to, as that. Oh no, okay, maybe not. Dampier was banned out. Okay, I'm insane. Yeah, Dampier was the first bans coming out, even in fact by themselves over there. So they wouldn't have that Dampier to work with. But again, yeah, just going back to the Soul Reaper pickup, they can even go for that if they wanted.
Yep, and that's it. The Corrupted Disciple is going to be on Team Hellborn, and that is going to mean a lot of extra damage. Do note that Corrupted Disciple is a very strong hero. With the Corrupted Conduit, he can easily soak up damage. Not easily soak up damage, but he can step away damage and then after that release back in kind. Also, that's pretty scary. CD also is pretty much an early game. He doesn't need much of a damage item. He can just go for straight up. Ooh, we can. Oh, we hold that thought a little bit, but we can go straight up with extra mobility or maybe extra tankiness, and he should be just fine. That's it. That's leader pickup, man.
Huh, that's very interesting to see because it kind of works like a hack in the sense where instead of bursting it straight away, it's damage over time. So if you lock them in place long enough with a 10% keeper root, you can kill an entire team, but it's kind of risky play in my opinion. So I'm not too sure how effective this is gonna be. Slither can be very nice in terms of like slowing down the pestilence whenever he has the take flight ability. He can't really chase across the heroes, and the wards do a decent job, by the way. I mean that toxin ward can be pretty damn annoying when dealing with, and again that just means they still have even that much more push coming out from this Legion team. But I don't know how effective this could be. Like Hellburn team, they're even gonna go for a Ra right now as the mid lane hero. So they have a lot of magical bursts coming from Hellburn team as well as physical
Hoorah.
DPS. But I don't know. They don't have anything right now to cancel out Tempest, so that could probably be the biggest thing right now. Legion team I still do favor the lineup, although it's very unconventional picks like Slither and Gauntlet. So it's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah, and Amunra, man. Amunra is after all a very strong hero, but I do recall that Bomb Rusher Paul being played as the Amunra in the previous cycle. Didn't really do very well, and he did well initially in cycle 1, but in cycle 2 he decides to not buy boots, and then people start criticizing him. After that he became a support player, so we all know what happened there.
Yeah, that's very interesting to see. You see, already right off the bat, Tempest is gonna pick up. This is how you should play a Tempest against a Hellburn team when you know that that they can easily ward your jungle. He went for straight up 3 mana potions and a ward of revelation, so he knows that he's gonna be on the lookout for. He's gonna be prepared to at least de-ward one of the camps if it gets warded off.
Yep, that's it. Gonna take this opportunity to introduce this player as well as teams here. We do have s2y this time still on Legion. And Pideyat is gonna be the Tempest. ESC there is gonna be your keeper of the forest. Discord on the Torture. Backstick Yashi on the carry Slayer. Nice to see that one. Mr. San's gonna be on the Gauntlet. So a little bit of unorthodox pickup by Team Legion. And on Hellborn, we got neos.mrr. And Colorax is gonna be your drafter. He is the MOA. Engineer being played by Bomb Rusher Paul. Munra is going to be on Cheetah X. Duikyu as the carry, Corrupted Disciple. Last but not least, 070 is going to be your Pestilence. And it's nice to see that Hellborn has got the dual guns from Wild West, whereas Legion's got an 8-second holistic prison lockdown.
Yeah, that's a freaking huge lockdown, by the way. I'm actually surprised to see that ward is placed over there. I'm not sure if this is known a lot. There's actually a nice ward placement over there, but I think it can be still spotted out by some good ward placements coming from Tempest. You see, Tempest already has finished up another mana potion and another ward of revelation. I think he's gonna be able to do what this. If he puts it in the wrong direction, this could be bad. Oh no. Is he gonna spot that out? No, that's just way out of range. This is just really unfortunate. Usually you kind of expect the ward to be in that kind of vicinity, and that's why he actually placed it there. But it seems this time around, not gonna be that lucky. That's actually a really nice ward spot being placed by Bomb Rusher Paul over there. He doesn't have to worry so much though, because at least he will have his small camp and his medium camp over there to work with, coming up from his side of the jungle, so still not much of an issue over there.
Yeah, and Slither is not gonna have a really good game this game. I do know it's gonna be a pseudo tri lane here. We do have the engineer with the MOA plus the Moonrun. That's gonna be a shit ton of stun, really. Slither right now is gonna be gang. It seems like he is gonna be severely challenged. He's trying to juke around a little bit. Bomb Rusher Paul, not able to land a cack. They just hesitate a little bit too much. Good play by Bexley Gashry, using the trees there. I do believe that it wasn't most effective, but still it is pretty good. That's it, he is left alone down south, and do know there's always a little bit of pressure on the tri lane to succeed. And to succeed, you need to at least kill the Slither for a set amount of time. If not, it's not going to work because your level is going to be slowed a lot here. Do know that Slither already level 2, meanwhile the tri lane is still level 1 each.
Oh, he might kill.
Slow there. Yeah, he may actually kill his engineer here again, but it does seem like the Kek is going to connect, and it is also going to be a little bit too greedy on Bexley Gashry's part there, and maybe looking for the power of destruction. It is going to be nicely sidestepped by Bexley Gashry's leader there. He does have 4 Mining Totem as well as 4 Blightstone, so he's dealing a shit ton of damage,
Tempest.
really. Meanwhile, Tempest goes in to spot at this engineer. Is he able to snag up a kill? Yes, the Glacier Blast, only 1 though, and the Kek is going to miss. Just extra staggered attack is going to make sure that the kill is going to be possible. One last one, please, and it's going to land. The taunt going out, Bloodlust going out for s2y. I told you.
Yeah, that was just bad decision making coming from Engineer to actually run that side. He saw the Tempest already, could have easily backed off another direction. Good play there by Tempest to actually pick up the kill. Really, really nice. Middle lane is Gauntlet and Torture. They're gonna nicely crush this Pestilence lane. And Pestilence really needs that early farm if he wants to be that effective in this game, as you saw in the previous game where he was able to pick up on some. Here we go, bottom lane.
Bottom lane, Slither now he's gonna get stack stunned. He's also gonna get body blow, but a slow main. Nah, it's not gonna be enough. Bexley Gashry is gonna go. Shit on X there definitely will pick up the kill though, and that's gonna mean that the tri lane, or rather the dual lane right now, is pretty successful. 3-2, whereas the level 2 Slither, level 3 Bomb Rusher Paul. So that again is gonna mean that he is gonna have sizable amount of advantage in this game, and power of destruction is gonna land a second time, but because of the extra staggered regeneration, Slither should be fine.
Yep, and you see that the Engineer. Oh, here we go, middle lane.
Yep, middle lane there. Kek is gonna miss. Gauntlet not gonna pursue matter too much. I do believe that if the hook grapple is gonna land, it should be on the engineer because capacity is just level 4, very hard to kill also.
Yep, and he has Impale Stun to use if he gets pulled in straight. Bottom lane, again, another Path of Destruction. Gonna connect with Slither. I'm not sure why he's eating so much of those skills. He shouldn't be taking that much damage. I'm not sure what his
middle lane, extra burst potential happening there. Pesty now very low health point. I do believe that chain reaction, my god, if he hit, would have been a kill, but he missed it there. So a little bit sad to see, but both Hellborn members there are very low health and below 25% indeed. But again, Legion doesn't have much mana, so they will not look for a kill.
Yep, and we haven't talked much about top lane, but Corrupted Disciple is really crushing here at the top against Escape, and I'm not sure exactly why that's happening, but
Power of Destruction down south. It's gonna smash back the Gashry. It's gonna be done there, and Shilmanex being slow there, a little bit too late, but again, it's a good angle. He did get both of them, but he doesn't have much guns there in the previous fight. So again, 0-2 here for Slither, and things are not looking good for the carry.
Yeah, it really isn't. Like, Slither should be playing much more passively. I'm not sure why he's getting so caught out. Like, he has a Toxin Ward to use for that kind of vision. Oh, top lane.
Yep, top lane, no root on Keeper, but they're gonna try and body block the CD with the the Keeper Tree Dogs. What the hell am I saying? Yeah, they won't be able to back away there. That's it. However, the Kek is gonna miss on Torture, and the middle lane still mana-less, or rather now he does have Bottle, so Mr. Stans might be looking at kill on the Pesty, but Pesty has pretty much a full health point, and he should be fine.
But here's the thing though, I really like this rotation coming up from Legion team
because grapple hook going on again. Now Pesty in a little bit of a tight spot there, but Emo is here to save him out quickly, and Colrex doing good work again against the Torture. They should be just fine, but need to be really careful. There's a chain reaction going out there, and the Kek is gonna connect just in time to save Pesty. Though the chain reaction still lands, but not enough damage, and Pesty just walks through with 40 health points.
Yeah, here's the thing, top lane, man. This is the power of both these heroes. When they're together, they push down so fast.
Yep, they do, and Q1 already taken care of before level 6 even, and that's just 5 minutes into this game. They should be looking at extra push potential. Should they want to go down south to address the bomber Paul? Also not bomber Paul. Just so used to the guy playing as the Munra. Address the Chitwanex. He's also playing the Munra for this game, and help out the Slither a little bit more.
Yeah, you see, I'm gonna try to snipe us a little, but he doesn't have boots himself, so not that big of an issue for him. So there will be able to pick up on some farm after that. I do believe that there should still be much more aggression at this top lane. As soon as Tempest and Keeper hits level 6, they can go ahead and rotate around probably towards mid, get the tower, take a team fight. They should win that, no issues at all. Sither needs to get that quick level 6 so that he can easily help out with the rest of his teammates. Although, like I said earlier, that it's not a burst damage, it will still do decent amount of damage during that whole entire lockdown process coming up from both the Keeper and the Tempest.
Yep, and Keeper right now, level 6, is in a little bit of a tight spot right now. Might be getting clamped in here by the members of Hellborn team. Needs to be really careful. Color X is in the vicinity, so is Bomber Paul. That's the dual guns from Wild West, plus a really angry electric looking freak there. The Corrupted Disciple, he should just back off. That said, yep, that's what he is gonna do. And mid lane, we do see the Gauntlet with Torture doing a lot of work, and indeed, with the help of Invisible Tempest, maybe a big Void might be warranted for this successful gank here. Do note that Torture has got a lot of extra magical burst, and physical also brings some fulfillment, so if he does get a big Void out, it should be an easy kill. Gauntlet should be level 6 soon. Looking for that. Kek is gonna miss, unfortunately for him.
Yep, once Gauntlet hits level 6, that's another burst damage potential there coming out from himself as soon as the Tempest and Root combination happens. Top lane though, Corrupted Disciple is still getting decent farm because they're not addressing this right now, and bottom as well is kind of open completely as Slither kind of rotated into the jungle. Like Slither's just so far behind. Not sure what he's deciding to do. He's not playing this as well as he wanted. They're gonna get this tier 1 at bot, and they probably could even rotate towards mid to protect this if they wanted to, but Keeper of the Forest is doing a good job of constantly staying top lane and throwing out the dogs to, you know, harass this tower whenever possible. They can even pick up a kill onto Corrupted Disciple if they wanted now, but this ward of sight is really nicely gonna spot out this Torture, I believe, so Engineer should be fine for the meantime.
Yep, and that's it. Defense tower right now is gonna be challenged, and that's tier 1. Stun's gonna land out on Torture. The grapple hook is not gonna mid though, and it seems like Torture is gonna land a chain reaction, but he is definitely gonna be doomed there. He is looking to go down quickly, but here comes the Keeper, and Pesty is gonna send tails to try and catch on the Torture. But a big root though, where's the Void? That's the 4-man or 3-man Void. Gonna close to the 4-man. It's gonna be good enough though. Level 7, and Munra still standing somehow, and Munra still stands. And if he stands, it's gonna mean doom for Team Legion. He does go down, but he does have the ulti. He's gonna come back up real soon, and that's it. Slither, man, a lot of a tight spot right now. He is definitely looking to go down also. Backstick actually, there's nothing else he could really do. Actually revealing himself right now, and it's gonna be done now. Ignite is gonna kill him, man.
It's really messy, just really messy coming from Legion team, and they're not using their combo as well as you wanted them, and that also has to tie into the fact that they didn't go for burst potential with its Slither pickup. It's unconventional, it could work, but it's very risky, and now you can see that it's not really paying off because also the fact that Slither was not able to pick up on much farm, and he went for a really weird build of the Toxin wards. Yes, they want to go for more of a push, but you gotta have those you know, points into Poison Spray and Toxicity because it's just really strong together. You can pick off so many people so easily with that abilities.
Yep, and it's gonna be really careful right now because we are looking at this game, and s2y not looking good at all. MRR might be the one advancing to the next stage of this game if they knock out s2y. I mean, both of these teams, s2y didn't. s2y is the only team that won a cycle. MR has been in so close contest for every single cycle, but they just always fall short somehow. And well, it seems like right now top lane is gonna be severely challenged, and Keeper is gonna be in a little bit of trouble there. The dust is not gonna hit on him, so he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, just a really premature dust there coming up from this Pestilence. Thought that he would actually be over there, but yeah. Coming back to the point about this. What do you call this? This Slither. It's not the burst potential there. It's more of like that overtime. So it's really gonna come down a lot to the farm that's gonna happen onto both the Tempest and Keeper of the Forest. They need to be able to have that ability to lock the enemy team down in place long enough for Slither's ultimate to actually take place, or you know, to actually deal damage out over there. Gauntlet also with that what is it called, the Infernal instability will be pretty decent as well because that's a decent amount of burst damage over there, but still that Gauntlet blast it's kind of iffy in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, if they do stack it out really well, execution is gonna be good. Then yeah, they could possibly get a very good amount of kill. But however, that's gonna be really tricky for them right now because there's a Munra which just nicely countered into most of these heroes here. Then the Gauntlet does have the Gauntlet Blast right now. They're all level 7 except for level 4 Torture, and the stun is gonna like quickly. And Gauntlet no trouble there. Someone save him today, but will not get it done there. The grapple hook is gonna be the one. However, here comes CD, and that's gonna be a raid boss indeed. He's gonna be able to land the Electric Tide, pick up the kill on Mr. Suns. However, again, Torture now a lot of trouble there, looking to pull away, will not get it done, and he will go down. On the flip side, however, Slither again is gonna be challenged by Pasty. It's also gonna be an easy kill, and that means it's gonna be a 3 for nothing. And s2y, man, they may just concede before the 20 minutes mark for this game.
Yeah, and that's exactly why you don't put so many points into Poison Toxin Wards when you're not even going to push as a team. At least Keeper and Tempest are already addressing this tier 1 at the mid, but I don't think they're going to be able to take this tower either because Hellborn's response is going to be really quick right here. You see even Corrupted Disciple already has that Energize and Steam Boost.
Here comes Tier 1X on the Munra. Tower will hopefully be denied. Nope, it's gonna get destroyed by the Elemental Replicates. It seems like an invisible Keeper is gonna try and wait out there, but nope, a wall of Rev being planted waiting for him. They're just waiting to milk on the Keeper, and Keeper there is gonna go to hell. That's okay. And on Hellborn side, it's gonna be 12-2 here, heavily in favor of them. And the biggest problem with this entire roster on Legion, don't get me wrong, and this is not a clear indication of how the Keeper and the Tempest fail. It's not that. It's more about the Slither. Why the hell did the Slither fail? And the laning also a little bit of a problem. They left Slither alone down south. He should have been joined up with the Torturer earlier on in this game. Gauntlet was doing okay in the mid lane. Of course, they want the Torturer with him. That's okay. But back to Gashri, man. Down south, he died twice. He went to the jungle. And the biggest problem, like I mentioned before, is unlocking the Munra. The Munra right now is completely unregulated, level 10, even higher than his carry counterpart. And you know, the thing about the Munra is such a hero to snowball so quickly. He does have the Helm of the Black Legion and a Shaman Hadris. That's a lot of tank.
Yeah, and so there's like slowly just chipping away at creeps in the jungle over here. I'm not sure how effective this is gonna be for him. He really, like, if he imagine if he had that more points into the toxicity and the poison spray at the bottom team fight, he might have been able to kill off some people with the poison burst as well. Look at that, Pestilence again on the ball with that. Oh, here we go, Haste.
Yep, it's gonna go in Hasted, trying to pick off the Slither. Slither missing the first kill. Also, Slither will definitely go down, and it's gonna be pretty easy. Meanwhile, they're gonna try and mop up this Gauntlet. Gauntlet has a reverse Gauntlet hook with a Gauntlet Blast. That's pretty good. Root also being caught out here. Maybe it's gonna be a Tempest, but a pot's gonna be cancelled there. It's wise because the buff of destruction would definitely have stopped him, and following up, which would be the Impel coming from Pestilence. But really, man, in this game, Hellborn's Munra is just saying, we are gonna redefine YOLO swag.
Yeah, and I don't think they're gonna be okay. They at least get a tier 1 bot, but I do believe Tempest is gonna probably die here.
No, before Tempest even, it seems like the middle lane is gonna be in a lot of trouble there. It seems like this car is gonna take the fall first. Keeper in a lot of trouble. Keeper is also gonna be invisible, but he is going down. And yep, you're right, man. Tempest did go down, and again, that's completely not good for them.
Yeah, they're not really utilizing this lineup to full effectiveness. This is a strong lineup. The problem is if they had rotated out like the Gauntlet and Slither, it would have been better. Had they chosen something like a Soul Reaper, who could actually go together with the team and be a force to be reckoned with, because of Soul Reaper, who has a what is it called? The Icon of the Goddess is not to be taken lightly because he'll be very tanky. He can churn out a lot of heals to help with the minions, and minions do a lot of damage if they're not regulated. They're coming out from this Legion team, since they both have the Tempest and the Keeper dogs to deal with. And if they had something else for a mid laner instead of this, there's so many more options they could have gone for. Then it would be that much more better for this Legion lineup.
Yep. Well, that's it though. 40 minutes gonna have the constant timing is gonna be here real soon. Are we gonna see a big play come from s2y or not? Because they do have a very big wombo combo, but it is needed to be nicely executed. If not, it's just looking real good, and that's all.
And here we go. Top lane, Engineer Might. Okay, he's actually. Ooh, Korea so close. Nice shield over there coming out from this Penguin. But yeah, you see, Gauntlet still doesn't have his portal cure or anything, any sort of initiation prowess over there. So that's really unfortunate for him. Slither is slowly getting farm. But what items do you get? That's the thing I'm kind of curious to see. Like, I guess Staff of the Master would be a pretty good item pickup from Slither, seeing as to how this lineup is working. because damage will be lethal with that Staff of Masters. So even though they kind of survive the team fight, they will die after that, even if they don't get enough heals.
Lightning speed coming in real hot and got a little trouble there. Mr. Suns! Mr. Suns! Please shine today. It will shine and die, however. Yep, light him up really good there. Discord a lot of trouble. Torture looking to go down quickly. It's gonna be easy. Kill Gore again. 100% proc rate. This thing is broken, man. I'm telling you. The tooltip here specifically says that Gore will proc for a... How much chance is that? Let me just check that out for you.
20%, I think.
20%, 25% chance, but my friend, it's 100.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. But yeah, look at middle lane though. Pestilence and Amara both have their portal keys, and Ra is 500 gold per minute. Already has Helm of the Black Legion and Barrier and Shaman's Headdress. But you probably can even go for a Barrier Idol next if he wants to. That will prevent a lot of magical damage coming out from Slither. But yeah, nonetheless, it's still pretty
They're
difficult.
gonna try and land a big road here. Something big might be happening, but where is the Tempest, man? Tempest not around, just the Tempest behind, waiting very nicely and patiently, waiting for a big play, waiting for everyone to come in here. And here comes the engineer. They're looking for it. And down goes the Root. Yes, today maybe Root is gonna be called out right now. Where's the Tempest? Tempest looking for extra Void, and Void's gonna be catching all 4 members. Everyone goes in. Slither pops the big ulti. It's gonna be a good cleanup right now. Bomber's Ball Murat is gonna be the only thing standing. He does have the ulti, but he's gonna come back and find that no one's here. Where's everyone? Oh, yep, they're dead. Yeah, he's gonna try run away right now. Chidomanex will be fine. He does have Portal Key. Who the hell buys Portal Key in the Munra? Really, really big though.
That was so huge coming from Legion team. That's what they needed.
But
They're
it may not be enough though. Munra looking for power destruction onto the Tempest. Tempest might be lit up here. He's gonna burn. Yep, he's gonna burn by landing Meteor of his own. He's gonna try and reverse this situation. May not get anything done really, because here comes the CD and he's gonna pull back. Yep, you were saying?
That was really well played by Legion team. They actually, that's how you're supposed to use your ultimates. That was a huge Tempest Elemental Void, and that was all because of the good setup coming out from the Root from this Keeper of the Forest. So at least they win that team fight. They blow a lot of their cooldowns, but it worked out in the end. Slither is going for a Beastar, so I do hope to God that this is not a Behemoth's Heart. So not Behemoth's Heart, but the Helm of the Black Legion, because he needs to rush for some damage items straight. Like even going for a straight up Staff of the Masters, like first item, I actually wouldn't mind that at all, because that will have a lot of effect on the Poison Burst ability.
Yeah, it's done there. 70 minutes could be up here soon. 5:19, and Hellborn, they've got the item advantage, but the hero wise, it's as you can see, you definitely need a Shankaret against this kind of a team. Double lockdown, you gave them that. Like MR, and then they just like bring out the challenge, and so far it's working just enough for them. But I have a feeling that Legion is having a little bit of extra motivation to make this work right now.
Yep, Slither does finally have more points into Toxicity, so that's really really good. Toxicity is just nice because of the regen, what do you call this? The regen ability. It slows down regen by like 90%, which is pretty damn good. And the Poison Spray on top of that with the Poison Burst will really affect the entire Hellborn lineup. Can you mention, like, if there's a huge Elemental Void that catches all 5 as the first ability? Here we go, Pestilence.
Pestilence spotting in, but just saying hi in a very friendly manner. He's gonna pop by your friendly neighborhood buck.
But yeah, just coming back to my point, like if they get a huge Elemental 5-man Void, that Poison Burst on top of the Poison Spray, and then Slither just like right clicks every single hero on top of a Brute following after that, then they're just like, definitely gonna crush the entire Hellborn team. Slowly over time, but throughout the lockdown it should be enough. There's a portal key up on Tempest as well, so that's probably what they're waiting for. They can even go with the Tempest Elemental Void first and then a Root to follow after.
Yeah, there's almost nothing that can really stop this Tempest if he's shrunkenated on Team Hellborn. We need to be really careful on that. That's it. However, it seems like Team Hellborn so far they're looking pretty good. It's only effective in the early game. Late stages, if Tempest has got the Shankaret, like I mentioned before, they will almost have nothing that can really stop him.
Yeah, really, they practically have nothing at all.
You can argue that the Gore can stop him because he procs 100%, but it is not going to be in range.
Yeah, exactly. You jump in, you get stuck. That's all. And Corrupted Disciples shrunken head already on top of tokens, so they're gonna set up for a push. They know they have all the means to take a team fight, but I don't think if that's the perfect plan. But bottom lane Tempest might die if Pestilence tries to go in, but there is a support here coming up from Slither.
Pesty jumps in quickly, looking for a kill on the Tempest. Tempest knows what's up here. He is gonna be targeted, and he goes down. Slither a little bit too slow, even though he does land the toxic spray. It doesn't seem to be enough though now. Slither will not run away because of the impale. Cooldown is just too ridiculously low. It's gonna be a champion move on the bomber people. That's the only hero that hasn't died in the previous engagement, by the way. Meanwhile, on the flip side of this, Maduikyu is gonna be an Ultimate Warrior. He just took out this core, and he is just looking so strong also. That's the carry for Team Hellborn, and yep, so far in 5:22 already.
This is the problem. You can't really split your keeper and Tempest like that when you know that they're gonna push. They can always counter you back. Like you can't really split push like that expecting to win a team fight because you're definitely gonna lose. There's 2 portal keys already up onto the Pestilence and this Amon-Ra. They weren't in the vicinity. They should have known that.
Regenerated Tempest going for the gauntlet kill right now. Top lane, Mr. Suns. A little bit of trouble there. But I think he's gonna be fine. Tempest is gonna have a really hard time to kill this guy. Yeah, but the Gore is gonna be good. Yeah, Pestilence now needs to run away. Yeah, he can't kill Mr. Suns. He's just too tanky.
Yeah, the Helm of the Black Legion pickup is really helping him a lot. Slither purchased something, I believe. He's sitting on no gold now. He does have Sacrificial Stone completed as well. Speaking of Sacrificial Stone, I think that's a pretty decent item pickup against this Pestilence as well as the Corrupted Disciple, because it will allow for them to have that much more protective nature. But yeah, I mean, seeing now this entire view, he still needs that damage. I'm not sure if he's gonna go for that Staff of the Masters just yet, but it's pretty questionable. I mean, like, you can't go for it and not go for auto attack right click damage, but at the same time, if you go for it, you have that ability to have that wombo combo on your entire Legion lineup.
Yep, and it seems like game is still on the way here. 22 minutes gonna be up soon. 22:5. Hellborn doing a really good job. They are in good play position, definitely. I mean, so far in, they are leading a chart so far and doing so well. Whereas for Legion, they always have got a wombo combo to rely on, which we may actually witness again. Oh, good! Grapple all the way from Shanghai! As I always say, but Shit1X is going to be more than fine. There is no follow-up. That's the problem there. The Slither spray did its work, but the chin reaction missed there, so it's a little bit sad to see.
Yeah, and Amon-Ra is just so damn tanky. You're not going to kill him. He has even the Soul's Bulwark. He's so protective right now that you just can't find the space to kill him. Like, his barrier idol, he has so much magical defense. Keeper Force, by the way, is going for, I think he's going to go for a straight up Restoration Stone right off the bat. Restoration Stone, sorry, right off the bat, and I think that's a pretty decent pickup. They really need the lockdown right now from Legion team so that they can actually have the ability to run around in team fights, and for Slither's the Poison Burst to really take into effect, and the ability to allow Tempest to set up for even that much more bigger ultimates right here.
Yep, and that's it. 23 minutes up already, and the goal lead definitely very evident for Team Hellborn. Legion on the flip side, not doing so well. A lot of items still needed on them. Definitely the Resto Stone is going to be one. In fact, I would like to see Resto Stone on both Tempest and Keeper, but that's like a dream come true for them right now. Whereas for Gauntlet is doing so well. He does have the Helm of the Black Legion, as you pointed out. Also, he should be looking at Shrunken Head real soon. Gauntlet Blast is just very effective in a big fight like that. If Tempest gets everyone together, the Gauntlet Blast goes off. Everyone does a 4-second stun except for the one he targets, and that's gonna have a 1.5-second stun. The rest will get a 4-second status, and that means complete immobility.
Yep, they're gonna go ahead and take the tier 2, and
nice
here we
gate
go.
they made here. Here comes the pot in. Pesty doesn't care about the gate, and there we go. The first poison spray is gonna land quickly, but it seems like Gauntlet is gonna be the one going down first. Pesty is in a lot of trouble, but a big bot's gonna catch and flush everyone down to elbow. Redefining that is the extra first-hand root, and it's not gonna be exceptionally effective because it didn't kill anyone at all. But still, I find it's a little bit used too prematurely. It's good, none the least, but still, it's not the best possible. That's it. They don't have any more ulti, and this could be it for them. Yeah, Munra going for the kill on Tempest, and Tempest goes down. All that's going to be left is Slither, as well as the Keeper and Torture. Can the three of them make it work? The question is, I think the answer is I don't think they can.
Yeah, well, so far they're really. I mean, they at least killed the. Oh, here we go
Here
again.
comes up of destruction again. It's gonna miss on Slither. Slither's in no trouble, but Bomb Triple, man, he needs to be really careful. He does have the ulti, that's why he went in. It's gonna come back, and it's gonna be able to pick up the kill on the Keeper. Keeper goes down. Torture in a lot of trouble, but Torture is gonna be fine. And it's again. Oh, sorry, Torture goes down because of powerful destruction. Wow, spot on there. It's on target, but here comes the Gauntlet Blast. Gonna land quickly on the MOA. MOA is gonna be able to tablet himself out, and no stats is there. Only the stun from the Gauntlet Blast. So that's it. They did manage to make it work. The defense was successful, but at what cost? They did lose a lot of health there, and not ideal at all.
Yeah, they lost a lot of. I mean, they just kept feeding. That's the thing about this Legion lineup. If you can't make it work within the first few minutes, it's gonna be such an uphill battle. But if they're able to hold on out towards the late game, they still can win because having those lockdowns from Keeper as well as Tempest is just so damn huge. And over there, like you nicely mentioned, that route wasn't the best placement or actually timing for it, but still at least they hold the Hellburn team off. And that's the power of like Tempest Keeper combo. They can, if you try to take a fight in the enemies into their base, they can easily steamroll you because they have that huge amount of lockdown coming out from themselves. At least they still defend that, so that's really good for them. And they didn't even expel buyback, so I kind of have to say that they still kind of won that team fight because at least now they expelled the token, they protected the racks, they didn't utilize buyback, so that's the main thing. And right now they're saving up gold so that they can purchase more items for themselves. And again, look at this, so they're actually going for Helmet of Blackleash. So do not agree with that item pickup 100% because again, like just having a Helmet of Blackleash on a range hero is it's not ideal. Like it's not as great as having it on a melee hero right there. And like Sither, you don't go for protect if you need to burst down them quickly. In top lane though.
Top lane, Keeper, ESC, in a lot of trouble. ESC looking to go down. 1 or 2 more Lucky Gore, and it's gonna be done. And even not even a Lucky Gore was needed. It's still gonna mean that he is gonna go down. Yeah, Take Flight is gonna be in full. In fact, that's it though. Hellborn is in very good spot right now, looking for extra push. See, they're setting up the gates as usual, but can it be defended? The bottom tower. It's gonna be challenged though. The stun is gonna land on Slither. Backseat Gastry is trying his best, but I don't think there's anything he can really do right now except wait for Tempest and Keeper. Do note there's no ulti on the Tempest. And a great hook to hook in the MOA. MOA is a lot of trouble, but here comes Bomb Rusher Ball, the savior of Hellborn, redefining YOLO swag. Is going in to make sure that Legion's gonna be a lot of trouble. Then Root's forced to come out here. Tempest still no Void, waiting for it. He does have the Void right now. He wants to go and look for a 3-man opening. Still looking for it. Waiting for it, not going in just yet, landing a Glacial Blast, trying to make sure that Pesty goes down first. Pesty is just so close, and Avoid just catching only one guy. Papa just trying to will cancel that out. That's very bad play coming from Tempest. Tempest is going to take the fall, and Moonra is definitely in a lot of trouble, but he is going to be able to come back with his second life. Yep, and he's going to be more than fine, or rather, no, he is going to get taken down here. And finally, the buff is going to end.
Yeah, I mean, he can, like, they don't have to worry about Ra at all. 100% at all because they have Slither and his toxicity. That's an insane amount of health regen that's going to be minus from Ra, so they didn't have to worry about him as much. As long as they can get rid of the supporting cast members, they should win. And you saw right there, that wasn't the best team fight that they had, but at least they defended, although they had to expel buybacks on all the heroes, except for Discord, of course, being that support player. I have to say though, that was just really unfortunate that the team fight happened at time, because it seemed like there was like the perfect moment for Tempest to jump in, but his Elemental Void was still on cooldown for another 3 seconds, so it's just so unfortunate for him. Here we go, Corrupted Disciple though.
Yep, Corrupted Disciple, it's gonna jump on the Tempest. Tempest doesn't have the Void, so it's okay if it dies anyway, yeah. Corrupted Disciple, it will have Corrupted Conduit, that's gonna make the jump a lot easier, and yep, it's gonna be done already. Spitty is gonna go down, 3Q does pick up the kill quickly, and that will make him a 8-2 and 8. Talking about GPM, we completely didn't talk about that for this game. We do have MRRs, well, that would be the Moonra standing about 575. I know it rhymes somehow, and I was a little bit taken aback by that. 480 on the CD, and CD is doing a lot of work as well. We do have Pesty about 330, and that's going to be nicely tied by almost everyone from the Legion team at 300 plus GPM. And that's just how far ahead this Moonra and Corrupted Disciple is. But they don't really have to worry about them because the lockdown will be more than enough to take them out. But the problem is, can they pull it off? We've been asking this question almost for the last 29 minutes. Can s2y pull off the big combo?
Yeah, it's coming to a point where it's getting harder and harder for them. Slither is gonna go for a Shrunken Head, I believe. Yes, the Mighty Blade pickup already.
Hellborn knows there's no Tempest. Even if there's a Tempest, there's no Void. So they're gonna try and push.
Yep, here we go.
There we go, let's go. It seems like bottom lane is gonna be followed up really quickly. The defense tower is still gonna be challenged though. They are not gonna relent on this one. Waiting for the Tempest to come in, but realizing the Tempest doesn't have the Void. It's gonna be a really tough fight right now. It's most probably gonna be an empty Rex already. And they're gonna go in, maybe even have to sacrifice themselves for a shot wall there. Gauntlet Hook is gonna miss, so that's not good at all. It seems like Mini Brax is also gonna get taken down. 40 plus seconds still, and nothing coming out just yet. The root should be used soon, but still there is no Void. And if they want to stagger the ulti and wait for the big combo, they need to know that the ultis are not in perfect cooldown. So there we go, the root's gonna go down quickly, and Munra a lot of trouble, but it is going to be fine, yeah. And they are gonna be able to just take this risk break, and there's not a thing the Legion could really do there. Keeper no root already, Gauntlet a lot of trouble there. Gauntlet might be looking to go down quickly. The Ignite is gonna be happening also. It seems like a Munra is just a little bit overextending, but he should be fine. It's very tanky. The energy field already being used there, but Munra still somehow has got second life because of the insane level that he has. It's level 19 already, and here comes the Tempest. Still no void for the next 5 seconds, waiting for it. It does have about 3 seconds, still waiting for it. He might be running as much as possible to go in there, waiting for the Polyki now, just 4 seconds. But Hellborn's already completely scattered as just a complete pure out of luck. He's gonna go in and land a stun on the CD. He might actually use the Void of Desperation here to land a kill, but not needed at all. And here comes the Gauntlet. They will get a kill on the CD, that's okay. But they are also, in the whole course of the fight, they do lose the both Rex as well as the tier 3 down south.
Plus they expelled the buyback on Tempest. That was a wasted buyback in my opinion. They already wasted the what is it called, the poison burst coming from Slither right there, so there was no real reason for him to buy back, but nonetheless at least he bought back so they could pick up the kill and corrupt the Disciple. But they're just so far behind now, and it's just really good plays by MR to, you know, take the advantage from the mistakes from this Legion lineup. Tempest died right there, doesn't have the Elemental Void for like almost forever, and they took up a just straight up took a team fight, which they needed to do, which they haven't been doing, and finally did it right there. And if they keep doing that, they're gonna win the game. So hopefully they learn from that lesson and continue doing that, whatever they need to do whenever the Elemental Void is down, and just, you know, go ahead and push. But yeah, finally you see Tempest is gonna go and purchase the Astrolabe. He was actually holding on to that gold. I'm not sure why. Maybe he wanted to purchase the, you know, straight up Restoration Stone as well, but it's gonna be a really long time before he reaches that stage, and they're kind of in a hole right now that they need some teamfight items. So Astrolabe will still be the most decent item they can have or wish for right now, and probably Keeper, once he gets that Restoration Stone, can free up space for Tempest to farm. And once Tempest gets that Restoration Stone, I do believe Legion, Hellborn team will be in a lot.
Here comes
of
Pesty. He will stun on the ESC, but Tempest, Keeper is gonna be more than fine, and seems like Hellborn is slightly lost right now. But they are gonna be looking for a next train to, you know, get their right on. But I don't know, man. So far, they are in good standing for sure. But what scares me is that both Tempest and Keeper have got their ulti up now.
Yeah, exactly. And they can take a team fight. They should probably wait for level 16 so they can get that extra added, you know, Elemental Void and keep a root, but not sure when they're gonna get that. But yeah, top lane though, it seems like the Hellborn team is gonna try to converge into this so that it's gonna make split push much more easier for them, since they have to kind of clear the bottom, which actually Legion team is doing a good job of right now. So those creeps won't reach anytime soon, but still nonetheless, there's a lot of things that they have to take into consideration, and the fact that there is a token up on Corrupted Disciple is another problem and headache for them to deal with. The Shrunken Head is finally completed in Slither, so at least he will be able to stay in the team fight and right click people to death, but he doesn't have that much damage just yet. I'm not sure if he's still gonna go for the Staff and Master. I feel like he should still go that route, but seeing as to how he's the Shrunken Head, maybe he can just go for a straight up right click auto attacks.
Yep, and that's it. Yep, the grapple hook is going to connect on the CD. CD is going to go shrunken and shiny. And they take out the Tempest, but there is no more buyback. Hitter Yes is down. S2y in a lot of trouble right now. The Impale is going to land on Slither, but they don't really care. They don't have anything. And no Resto Stone on Keeper, but Keeper is not enough. They need the Tempest to make it work. They're going to try and buy time next 40 seconds. It's a big catch for MRR. But MRR doing a real deal of work here. Here comes the Engineer, just gonna redefine YOLO Strike again. Bomb Rusher Paul doing a good work with the energy field, but it's gonna get destroyed. And he is also gonna lose the eye. I think, yep, it's gonna be highly probable there, but he is gonna be able to land a, yep, he lay an 8. That's okay. Mid on the mid lane, it's Bomb Rusher Paul going down, and that's it, man. S2y, they're done.
Biggest problem there, and the main thing to take away from that was the fact that they did perfect focus fire. They killed Tempest before anything, and that was what won them the game. Like, they just need to kill off the Tempest, then they know they can't do anything else. Would have actually liked to see s2y try to put up a fight with a double root, but of course Keeper wouldn't have enough mana for that because he did sell off the mana ring instead. So it's really, really unfortunate to see that they won't be able to, you know, make it through towards this game. But that, at least that means MR will be moving on finally into the next stage of this G League here, and we won't be seeing S2Y this time around again. They're gonna be sitting nicely at the fourth place there.
Yeah, they are going to be sitting in the fourth place, which I do believe will win them a total of 1,500 points, if I'm not wrong. But in general, it seems like a team Legion is. Oh, sorry, no Legion in this game right now. Yeah, MR doing a lot of work here, and MR definitely they well deserve point for them for sure. And do note that I do believe in cycle 1 they were all the way at the second spot. In cycle 2 they were at the third place. And we definitely have them sorry, they were in third place where Orange is in the second, and S2Y popped up and they took the championship there. That's nice to see. But for this entire cycle, there is no Thunder Masters. MR now is in the fourth spot. Sorry, S2Y is in the fourth spot. MR now gonna advance to the playoff where they will fight against Impunity Earth, and that's gonna happen real soon. I'm gonna have to take the stream off for a short while to just restart my computer just to make sure everything's gonna be fine. That said, this is Babel. Lark, any last minute shoutouts?
No, just stay tuned, guys. We will be bringing Impunity Earth versus MR soon. So yeah, just stay tuned, guys.
Yeah, we'll be back real soon, and we hope you guys have a good day and see ya.